This is my speech on gluten-free flour. Have you ever wanted an item that doesn't contain gluten? How many of you are planning to go to college next year and have food in your dorms? Many college students have food allergies, and my sister being one of them. Being gluten-free has been tough on her, but it sure has helped her get over her headaches. Today I will be persuading you to eat foods made with gluten-free flour because eating foods made with gluten-free flour will solve many problems in your life. I am credible to persuade and speak to you about this topic because my sister has been gluten free for several years. In these last years, she has learned all the foods that there is gluten in and how to make regular foods with gluten free flour. And I have also researched numerous hours on this topic and not just for this speech. If you have health issues relating to gluten free flour, you should listen to this. Today I will present some problems that occur by eating foods made with gluten free flour, some solutions to these problems, and two scenarios of what can happen if you do not choose to eat foods made with gluten-free flour. First, here are many problems that can arise from eating foods made with regular flour or gluten-free. Their expensiveness. Wheat flour can be less expensive than rice flour, and rice flour can be more expensive than wheat flour. They're hard to make because they can be really dry and crumbly. They're not as good in pizza or in buns. There are less food choices such as Malt-O-Meal, candy such as licorice, and cereal. There are different foods for family gatherings such as Thanksgiving and Christmas. Stuffing, gravy, buns, and salad dressing all contain gluten. This information was found from Gluten-Free Diet by staff at the Mayo Clinic. The article 7 Foods You Never Knew Contain Gluten. From HuffPost, the reality behind gluten-free diets from the University of Wisconsin Hospitals and Clinics Authority, and What Can I Eat by the Celiac Disease Foundation. These are just a few of the problems of eating foods made with gluten-free flour. However, there are solutions to these problems of eating foods made with gluten-free flour. Next, here are some solutions to the problems of eating foods made with gluten-free flour. Gluten-free products are the solutions. Pre-made items such as bun mix or muffin mix, you can just add water and milk to them. Delicious things such as cookies or mac and cheese you can also make. There are numerous products such as oatmeal, different candies, and cereal. There are more to eat at Thanksgiving and Christmas. These solutions are just a few ways to correct the many problems from eating foods made with gluten-free flour. Consequently, there can usually be good and bad outcomes from every situation. Lastly, your choice to not eat foods made with gluten-free flour can affect you in negative and positive ways. Imagine yourself the negatives. You're getting headaches, you're throwing up, you have addictions to medicines such as Excedrin and migraine relief. Now imagine yourself the positives. You have no headaches, you're not being sick, you have better health, you have less appointments, and you have new friends. Today, I have presented some problems that occur from not eating foods made with gluten-free flour, solutions to these problems, and two scenarios of what can happen if you do or do not eat foods made with gluten-free flour. Gluten-free flour has existed for a long time now, especially since rice has existed for thousands of years. This gluten-free flour can range from $3 to $51, depending on what brand you prefer and how much you're getting. For my sister, the cheap brands work just as well. You can buy this kind of flour anywhere, at your local grocery store, Sam's Club, Walmart, or at a gluten-free store. Buy gluten-free flour, you will see the changes in your life, and you will be able to see just how lucky you are to eat wheat flour without worrying about medical problems associated with gluten. Many kids don't realize how fortunate they are to be able to eat foods made with gluten. My sister is really glad that she was able to go and be diagnosed that she is gluten intolerant. And it made her life easier without the pounding headaches she gets each and every day for several years. Eating foods made with gluten-free flour has solved many issues. Now that I know how hard it is to eat foods without gluten, I can be more understanding of others with food allergies.